I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
Show me the money! Show me the money!
UFC 321. This is my 5 most confident picks. But before we get into the video, I just want to let the audience know that the way the world's going, right, and the economy, go buy yourself some silver rounds, right? 1 ounce silver rounds. They're like, I don't know, I think silver's like $80 an ounce or something Australian, right? Or like it's like $60, but you can get these for like $80, $90 Australian. I don't know what that equates to like every other currency, but I've been watching like the gold and silver market for the last like 12 years. And I had this like information, like I got told that, from the year 2030 to 2040, silver is going to be in a deficiency. So like we're going to be deficient in silver. And when you actually think about it, silver's needed for AI, electronics, like we're moving into an electronic world. And it just makes sense to me that, this metal is going to be needed one day, like really needed. It's going to be like a commodity that we will need for the future and the future innovations that are going to be being around us. Like everything is just becoming AI, electronic, like everything. So yeah, go do yourself a favor. Go buy yourself some 1 ounce silver rounds, maybe every like 2 weeks or every week. Every time you get a pay, just buy one. You know what I mean? Just store it away. Save your money. It's a good way to save money. You know what I mean? Because it's a good investment. Anyway, so that's a little bit of information from me to you. Anyway, let's get into the fights. My 5 most confident picks for UFC 321. And first off, right, before we get into the first pick, obviously, Umar Nurmagomedov and Tom Aspinall, those two are quite truly the 2 most confident picks that like I see 99% of the world's population picking. You know what I mean? I only see like a 0.001% of people that are like probably, rage baiting or clickbaiting that they're going to say Cyril Gane is going to win. I don't think so. Okay. We'll get into that in the end of the video, but I truly believe that Cyril Gane, if you actually watch him in the first round, right? He throws he doesn't even use his jab. Okay. He does not use his jab. He's a kickboxer, doesn't move his head off the center line. Okay. I've come up with my decision about how that fight's going to go. He does like little pitter patter, like low kicks, right? It has nothing to it. He just does it, right? Tom is so fast in and out with that boxing style. Dude, he is going to clip Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is getting knocked out in the first round, okay? That's my prediction, okay? I don't even think he's even going to need to submit him. Cyril Gane does so many things wrong. Like he's a slow starter. When you actually watch him fight, and I've been watching it, I've been obsessed with just watching tape. Like, he is a slow starter, okay? That's all I got to say. First round KO for Tom Aspinall. And we're not even into my 5 most confident picks yet, right? Tom Aspinall, first round KO for Cyril Gane. Second, Umar, obviously. Like, I truly believe that Umar's going to get the win, could get the finish, could go on points. Umar's going to beat Mario Batista, but, there's not much out of that. Anyway, let's get into it. My first most confident pick, we have a Jose Delgado taking out a Nathaniel Wood, right? Nathaniel Wood. I feel like Nathaniel Wood is just a little, maybe like a level above mid. Like he's all right. Nathaniel Wood, he's okay. He's pretty good all around. He's got good wrestling, all right striking, right? Like he's good at striking, man. He keeps up a good pace. But on the other hand, we have a Jose Delgado. This guy's something special, man. He's 5'11", right, at height. This is in the featherweight division. And I truly believe this guy's got 4-inch reach advantage. This guy's a beast, okay? And I think we're sleeping on this guy's ground game. I think we're sleeping on this guy's submission game. I think Jose Delgado is going to finish Daniel Wood in the first 2 rounds. Maybe a KO, maybe a submission. But I truly believe that Jose Delgado in the first 2 rounds is going to finish a Nathaniel Wood by KO or submission. Moving on to my second most confident pick, we have a Nasrat Haqparast taking out Australia, our own. Quinlan Salkild, right? Quinlan Salkild got the call. He's been waiting to get a fight, right? He got the call like a week ago or something. I heard like something like that. And he's been waiting around for a fight. Nasrat Haqparast probably been sitting around waiting for a fight as well. It's just unfortunate that he's fighting a guy in Nasrat Haqparast who, this is at lightweight, who is really good all around, man. He's good, man. He kind of reminds me of like a better, lighter version of Kelvin Gastelum. That's basically who this guy reminds me of. Like just a better, lighter version of Kelvin Gastelum on the feet, right? Because, you know, and Quinlan Salkild, you know, taking out, Saragi, that guy fighting out of India. Like, come on, man. Like that doesn't really show much. I mean, he did KO him pretty well, and it was very nice. That was a very nice KO win, but I just think there's levels. I think Nasrat Haqparast is on a kind of a little bit of a different level than Quinlan Salkild. Quinlan Salkild needs a little bit more seasoning. So I've got Nasrat Haqparast by winning by any means necessary. He could get the finish. It could go to points. This is going to be a fun fight to watch here, ladies and gentlemen. That's my second most confident pick, Nasrat Haqparast by winning. My third most confident pick, we have an Alexander Volkov, the tree, taking out the Jailton Almeida, the one-trick pony. Jailton Almeida, he's going to want this to the ground. He's going to want to get a submission, and he's going to want to get it in maybe half the first round. If he can't do this, maybe he has a full round in him now, maybe because of his training, you know what I mean? But I truly believe in Alexander Volkov has some sort of wrestling takedown defense that he can utilize. And, you know, he's very large, man. This guy's very tall. You know, I don't like his long hair. Kind of wigs me out. I feel like he needs to just shave it off, go bald. That'd actually be pretty like... He needs to go bald, man. That'd be intimidating as. I reckon, like, this guy, like, with his, you know, I don't know, just with that long hair, I don't know. I don't rock it. I don't rate it. But anyway, Alexander Volkov, very tall. It'd be very hard for, Jailton Almeida to kind of take down a Alexander Volkov, in my opinion. Maybe we'll see. But, you know, there's only a 1-inch reach advantage to Volkov. But Volkov did a really good fight, man. And in essence, he did beat Cyril Gane. He did. He beat him 2 rounds to 3, man. And if you're saying he didn't, you're rage baiting. You're bait and switch, man. You know what I mean? Like Volkov, it's just so much well-rounded fighter than Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is an ex-soccer player, I think. I heard something along those lines. Alexander Volkov, obviously, he's been fighting since he was 5 years old, probably at 4 foot when he was 5. You know what I mean? Like the guy's a beast. Volkov, he's and I don't know how the bookies are overlooking this guy. He's fighting out of Russia. It's in Abu Dhabi. You know, he's going to have the crowd advantage, I would say. And Alexander Volkov's just better all around, man. He can utilize the big cage. He can move around. He can start like peppering a Jailton Almeida when he gets tired if he doesn't get the submission. And, you know, he can go to points. He can get a KO. You know, I can't see him submitting a Jailton Almeida, but he can definitely ground and pound a Jailton Almeida if Jailton Almeida gasses out. So generally sometimes you'll see a guy with a muscle-bound kind of body. He needs more oxygen to breathe. You know what I mean? Like a guy that's kind of a little bit shorter. So in height, Jailton Almeida is a 6 foot 3 inch guy, as opposed to a Volkov who's 6'7". Maybe he's a little taller. I don't know. But, you know, a 6'3" guy, muscle-bound like that, you know, I truly believe this guy's going to need a little bit more gas in the tank, probably oxygen, you know, and he might end up gassing. Might be a late stoppage for Volkov. Might be a decision for Volkov. But either way, I've got Alexander Volkov by winning by any means necessary against Jailton Almeida, and I'm confident on that. That's my third most confident pick. My fourth most confident pick, we have an Ikram Aliskerov taking out the Iron Turtle, Jung Yong Park. This could go either way, meaning that it could go to decision. Ikram could wrestle. Or a Jung Sung Park, you know, Ikram could end up, you know, mixing it on the feet, then wrestling, mixing it on the feet, wrestling. It could be a barn burner, you know what I mean? And then obviously fighting out of Abu Dhabi, Ikram just gets the decision. I could see it going that way. I honestly see Ikram going out there and getting a first or second round finish over Jung Sung Park, and the Iron Turtle kind of just getting worn out on the feet, man. Ikram does throw bombs, man. He does, and he likes to go out, put pressure on in the first round. And just put it on him, man. I think a Park can be very hittable at times, man. He wants to sit there and trade, you know, at times. And Ikram's submission game's getting underlooked here, man. It's getting overlooked, sorry. It's Ikram Aliskerov's got good ground game, man. So I would not be surprised if Ikram Aliskerov pulls off a submission in this fight either. But nevertheless, I've got Ikram Aliskerov to win by any means necessary. That's my fourth most confident pick. Now, my fifth most confident pick, we have the undefeated Azmat Mirzakhanov getting his O taken by Alexander Raik. Alexander Raik, man, I truly believe that Azmat Mirzakhanov has got to a point in his career where this is the turning point. And I truly believe that an Alexander Rayek is just that little bit better. Alexander Rayek's taller. He's 6'4". He's got almost a 7-inch reach advantage over Azamat Murzakanov. Azamat Murzakanov, I feel like he likes just that 1-2 just too much. It does mix it up a little bit, but I truly believe that an Alexander Rayek can kind of utilize a jab and, use those leg kicks and kind of he can grapple here too, man. I think an Azamat Murzakanov can get out grappled here. You know what I mean? I feel like an Alexander Rayek can mix in that as well. I think an Alexander Rayek is just that little bit better. I think Azamat Murzakanov might be just a little bit too short for this matchup here, man. I think an Alexander Rayek's going to go out there, get off that losing streak. I'm pretty sure he's on a 3-fight losing streak, and he's going to pull off a nice win over Azamat Murzakanov. And, I've got Alexander Rayek by any means necessary over Azamat Murzakanov, and Murzakanov losing his O. Anyway, this is Punches and Profits. Enjoy the fights, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. Peace.